ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं सावधूतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवम् श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश नमा विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता श्री राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरोभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामो राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। So I'll speak a little bit about this. So recently we have celebrated Radhanath Maharaj Vyas Puja in Pune, also in Kanpur. So Maharaj has written this book, Journey Home. So in Marathi it came, its name was Trisharth Patik. In Hindi, Anokha Safar. So the life of the great souls is very special. Mahajano yena gata sapantha. We find that this path in the spiritual life is not easy. Durgam patasto kavyo vadanti. Practicing a spiritual life, and this is considered a Durgam path. The learned people, kavyo vadanti, the learned people have said that this path of spiritual life is not easy. So to practice this path of spiritual life, one needs to have such examples of great souls who actually lived this life. So you find that in this world, there is always a tendency to carried away by what is easy. Like that. Is it not? And generally what is easy is not worth in a long run. And the shortcuts are always the longer cut in life. So we find all throughout journey home, or the journey of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. You find that. So that's what my thought was, that it wasn't easy for Maharaj to have this life. So we find even from the beginning this journey home, Maharaj as a different traits. It was not fitting by the normal norms of society. It's easy to just live by what the society values and what is prevalent in society, is it not? But Maharaj habits were not like that. He was not wearing the new clothes. He was wearing only when they are washed repeatedly. He was wearing the new shoes only when they are washed repeatedly, like that. And everyone was going on dates with the girls and all. But somehow for Maharaj, he was not feeling these were not the values in his value system. It was easy to compromise on the inner call and just carry on. But Maharaj persevered, we find. And as he grew a little more and he participated in the Martin Luther was there and he was actually has created a movement. What inspired Maharaj in the life of this person is Maharaj thought this person is a goal to die for. And there Maharaj gives this lesson that if a person does not have anything in life for which he is ready to die for, actually he has nothing meaningful to live for. And Maharaj would keep praying until he would fall asleep. And then he decided the Gary was planning to go on a trip, the Gary, the Frank, and then Maharaj also decided it's a good idea. So, trip to Europe, from where his journey began. And when he presented the idea, the mother said, "Oh, where will you eat and where will you sleep? Who will protect you? You are just a boy." His father said, "You are crazy. This world is a dangerous place and you are just so young and inexperienced." Like that. His father said, "I'll worry day and night until you come." But anyways, finally, the Maharaj went and his journey began like that. And from the beginning, we find, as we see in the journey home, then the Frank lost his money. He was the only person who has sufficient money for all three of them. He lost his money and everything. And from there, we find Maharaj started making choices for what is right and not what is easy. So it was easy for Maharaj to just return back because there was no money, there was no contacts. But he just carried on with his journey because he was on a journey of exploring truth. And he went there with the Gary, he visited the churches and he visited the places and he was wondering what these people are praying for, what the people are coming to the church for. And so many prayers he has offered. And Maharaj desired a life which is dedicated to the Lord. But it wasn't easy for him. And we find he met Irene, that girl, and she was so beautiful. Maharaj said she was as beautiful as a girl could be. And not only beautiful in her physical beauty, but also in her character. And one day Maharaj spent with her and they were moving towards them in the museums and so many places. And Maharaj was wondering how much we have in common like that. And he was thinking, was this a temptation to divert me from a spiritual path, or it's a nice opportunity, lifetime opportunity to share a life with a spiritual companion, a beautiful angel, right? So it was easy in one way to just carry on, but whole night Maharaj prayed in contemplation. And then Maharaj decided, no, let me try for our sake how Shankaracharya did and how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left his old widowed mother and young wife. Let me try to follow in their footsteps. And despite having so many prayers and so many efforts putting in the spiritual life, Maharaj writes that despite these spiritual encounters, material world continued to pull me. So we find that in the spiritual life, it's not that easy. We may, in one session only, we can have all the 9 stages of bhakti. We take a audience from Shraddha to Prem. But actually in life, for the thing to actually get manifested, it takes a lot. So Maharaj writes, despite these spiritual encounters, and Maharaj is praying and all that, the material world continued to pull me. But so it was not easy for Maharaj. But Maharaj carried on. Maharaj continued to practice Krishna consciousness. He continued to put his efforts in Krishna consciousness. And
You are mute, Prabhuji.
so now voice is coming. Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm sorry, this audio is not working. So, okay. So, maybe this way I'll do. So, so then I I was sharing when Maharaj was doing the meditation and all long day of meditation, and then he heard the voice that go to India. And surprisingly, Gary heard the voice, go to Israel. So in the evening when they discussed, so Maharaj, now about India has no idea what India is, what land of India is, and whatever he has heard of India is also all negative things. There is poverty there and a lot of snakes there. So Maharaj writes there that to the heavens I whispered, I am willing. It wasn't easy for Maharaj because the Frank has left, but only companion he has is Gary. And Maharaj writes that with the recent travels, we become even more dependent on each other. But still, Maharaj decided to carry on his journey. And then he went ahead. And after that, the journey ahead was not easy. And Maharaj was moving to the journey, and he has to cross to the borders of Turkey where the cholera has spread, and walking through the no man's land. And it was such a difficult, it's such a deserted place. And there were mines below. Every step, Maharaj was writing that every step I was praying. And that 4-kilometer track of land through pitch darkness was like the valley of death. So we find that practically everything Maharaj has written in the journey home, that it was not easy for Maharaj to carry on that journey at all. It was so difficult for him, like that. But he carried on, and he has told his parents, I'll come back in a month. But now the month is over, like that. And he is still there. So then Maharaj is writing a letter he is not used to. But then he understands that whatever I will write, it will shatter their hearts, like that. And Maharaj also loves his parents. The parents also love him, like that. But Maharaj has to continue the journey of finding the spiritual truth. So then Maharaj carries on like that. And in this journey, it was not easy for him to express what he's actually doing. So what words he can use, how he can explain that now he's trying, and so many deaths take, such difficult situations are there in life. So Maharaj writes in Journey Home, so he was remembering his family. The day he was leaving, so his father took him on a ride, like that. And then father spoke to him on the last day that as your father, I expect that you should do your best. But whether you succeed or fail, or do good or bad deeds, or even betray me, as long as I am alive, I will love you and I am here for you. And this is a promise I live and die to keep. Please never forget this. So such loving parents. And the Jewish parents are known for that, their love and care. So such loving parents Maharaj has. So it's very difficult for him. It was very difficult in one way to carry on the spiritual calling, and because he has promised and there is no mobile, no way to communicate, like that. But Maharaj carried on his journey. So in one way, this one principle which Maharaj conveys through his life, and also the scriptures convey, that when we want to practice spiritual life, we have to accept one thing, that it's not going to be easy, like that. Because when we look for easiness, we are not able to practice spiritual life. Now the winters are coming. Getting up early morning is not easy. Taking bath is not easy. Attending the morning program is not easy. But what is easy is not worth it, like that. So it's easy to break relationships, like that. But it's worthy if we can maintain it and sustain it. And to do that, that is not easy. So Maharaj continued his practice of Krishna consciousness despite all the odds. And this is a lesson for the practitioners, As we practice our spiritual life goes through different terrains, but the principle is generally it's never easy until one crosses this mountain of anarth nivritti. And once one crosses the mountain of anarth nivritti and reaches the state of nishtha, ruchi and all, then things become easy. But most of us as sadhana bhaktas, this mountain, to cross the mountain of anarth nivritti takes a lot of time, and that's why spiritual life is not easy. And after that, we find Maharaj reaching that Herat, that Iran, that place where he was welcomed nicely, everything was good. And then we find that Mangu's pastime. Mangus come and he takes shelter in the long hairs of Maharaj. and he sleeps inside. And the host and the Maharaj is thinking what to do. And the host says, never wake up a sleeping mongoose. Huh? This is a famous thing. Because if you disturb a sleeping mongoose, he can break open your skull. And Maharaj writes, I was losing the attachment to my long hairs. And it was such a long night. So it wasn't easy, but Maharaj writes that very beautiful lesson Maharaj takes out from there. So Maharaj says, I realized that free will could convert a curse into a blessing and blessing into a curse. To bear difficulty and turn to God was a priceless blessing. And to transform crisis into an opportunity was a true wisdom. So Maharaj has taken out these such wonderful lessons we see in Journey Home. What lessons Maharaj took out is like, it's like nectars coming out when we read the italics in Journey Home. Such beautiful lessons. But actually, it was not easy to go through those situations and decipher those lessons when actually person is going through that. We find a little difficulty can overwhelm us so much that we may leave Krishna consciousness or Krishna conscious practice. But going through such difficult situation and still bringing out such beautiful lessons, is it not? And after that, we find that when Maharaj was traveling and he was there and there was chilly cold, so much cold, and the chill was reaching his bones. And that time, then one lady gave shelter, but actually she tried to seduce, she tried to associate with Maharaj. Somehow, and he has a powerful bodyguard she has. So Maharaj somehow ran. In the mid of the night, he ran, and it was the same winter, same such cold like that. And there Maharaj was reflecting on what the pure love is. And he reflected how pure love must be completely selfless, without selfish motives. And there Maharaj took a vow to remain celibate for the remainder of his life. So practically all these wonderful lessons which we see in the Journey Home, which are coming, but behind that, the details which are involved are not easy. How Maharaj got those lessons and how Maharaj could come out in those understanding and those realizations. And Maharaj writes his health became down. Practically his health was down, and it was his health got down and his weight got reduced, his body developed wrinkles, the feet had all the sores. With such difficult things and crossing so many borders, finally Maharaj reaches the border of India. And after reaching the borders of India, what Maharaj writes, that whatever trials, months of unimaginable trials and hazards which I went through, was a necessary purification to enter into the sacred land of India. This was Maharaj's realization, Maharaj's thought process. Like that. So we see that how beautiful, though it was not easy for Maharaj, but because he was always doing what is right, how Krishna was blessing with such deeper realizations. So Maharaj writes that what all I went through was the necessary purification required to enter the sacred lands of India. That way. So it is a lesson which we understand that when we take the pains for doing what is right and not go by what is easy, then Krishna will give us something, such realization within the heart which we cannot get outside, which cannot be purchased in the market. And then we find that despite so much of hard efforts, Maharaj was not allowed entry in India. And that lady was there and she asked, how much money you have? And Maharaj showed and she said, we have enough beggars in India. Like that. And after that, Maharaj repeatedly tried, pleaded, she became disgusted. And the soldiers around her, they told, don't come back again. And Maharaj went back and he's sitting under the tree. How long, he did not know. So Maharaj decided, I cannot go back. Like that. He never imagined that entry to India will be denied. So even the entry to India was not easy for him. And finally we find practically morning to evening he's sitting. How many attempts he has made to. And in the evening that sick person came and he also denied initially. But later when Maharaj pleaded and cried practically, and that's how he was allowed entry in India. So even the entry of, and Maharaj promised, please allow me to come to your great country. I'll do something good for the people of your country. So it wasn't easy for Maharaj to enter into India, but because he took those pains, he made spiritual life easy for so many of us and thousands of people like that. So, and we find that Maharaj comes in India, and even after coming to India, the journey in India was not easy for Maharaj. Fine, Maharaj comes, but in India, staying in India, the first day itself in India, when Maharaj comes, what happens? He was caught by a snake charmer. Snake charmer, and he puts a snake around Maharaj, thinking that he's a foreigner, he's having a lot of money. And Maharaj is wondering, is this the land for which I sacrificed my life and I took so many of the pains? Is this the land where I wanted to come? Like that, I left my loving parents. That is the first day in India. Just imagine. And then what is the next? First prasadam, first lunch in India. Somebody gives him a red hot chili pepper. And he said, would you like to have this? And Maharaj didn't know anything. So he tried and his mouth burst into flames. And then the first person invited him for lunch and the meat was there. So you find that first day in India was, it was also like that. So it wasn't easy for Maharaj. Everything, the way Maharaj has learned the realizations in life, it has never been easy. And then Maharaj was coming from the West. In the West, when he was there was a church. Hardly people knew any detail about India, any detail about spiritual life, what is God, how to approach God, very little detail. And now he came to the land of India. And in land of India, as he moves to the India and he goes to Himalayas and all, and he sees so many genuine spiritual practitioners. Now, it wasn't easy for him because he has to choose among the chosen. All the people practically you find Baba and Anandamayi Ma, Swami Rama, Swami Shivanand, is it not? Practically all the people, Mahesh Yogi, all of them were genuine in their own way. And all of them are very sincere spiritual practitioners. Like that. So now not judgmental is not easy because it's easy to judge when you see so many people. So generally, when people come across some very great person who are having great powers, great influence. So either they try to remain away, and if they're close, they submit to that person. Is it not? That's what happens. So Maharaj associated with all of them. He took the essence from all of them. But because his heart was not ready, so artificially he didn't submit it to any one of them. Like that. So difficult it is. It is not easy to collect the essence and not being judgmental like that. So being an essence seeker is difficult. Having an information or data is easy. But to extract the essence out of it is not easy. Like that. So, but Maharaj lived that life of essence seeker. And despite meeting so many of the gurus and learning the essence from all of them, Maharaj kept moving, and kept growing in his spiritual life. And despite all that, he felt that, I'm not sufficiently focused like that. So we find to do our activity in an unfocused way is easy, but it's not worth it. And to remain focused means you have to channelize all your energy and all your consciousness and all your attention into that particular activity. It's difficult, but it's worth it. So Maharaj came to the bank of Ganges in Rishikesh. Many of you have visited. And previously their rock was also visible where Maharaj would sit. And morning to evening, he was just meditating like that. And he was praying 1 month, and evening 1 carrot he would eat like that. So it wasn't easy, is it not? It wasn't easy for him. Just imagine, he didn't even know about Krishna. There's no Hare Krishna mantra like that, and doing such austerity. So mind can make a person crazy, is it not? 1 day fasting also person does. How much mind travels, is it not? So 1 month living like that. But we see that so many lessons Maharaj learned from the Ganges. Just by sitting on the Ganges, nobody told him those lessons. But just because he took that, he was just praying on the bank of Ganges. So he learned from Mother Ganges that we must persevere in our goal and never be discouraged by the inevitable obstacles that come on our path. All the impediments are like the rocks in the river of life. We should flow around them and never give up. With the Lord's help, there is always a way. So many lessons. Most of the lessons Maharaj has found from the Ganges. The lesson from hawk, lesson of quicksand, everything from Ganges. Like that. But it was not easy. Maharaj 1 month fasting was involved in that. And after 1 month fasting, Maharaj was praying. And then how Maharaj got Hare Krishna Mahamantra, even that was not easy. Because Maharaj was there on the bank of the Ganges, and after 1 month, he got a strong urge to play harmonica. Now, harmonica was very special, and his deepest thoughts of the heart, Maharaj would share with harmonica, that instrument. And today he got a desire to play, but so he was right. He writes in Journey Home that today my cherished companion is taking me away from my goal, like that, because he didn't want it to play now again those material music, like that. So Maharaj decided I have to give it up. But it was not easy for Maharaj to give up harmonica. It was his identity for those who knew him. But Maharaj took harmonica and then he threw it upside in the air, and it blubbed in the Ganges, like that. So Maharaj writes there that in sacrificing the song of harmonica, I had inherited the song of Ganges. So when he gave up harmonica, which was not easy, he heard the song from the depths of Mother Ganges, the Hare Krishna mantra, like that. So Maharaj writes, the most precious gifts in life come in ways we neither plan nor expect. So it wasn't easy for him to receive Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. But when he has received it in such a way, we find that with what absorption and attention Maharaj chants the holy name. And after that, Maharaj is going. Actually, whole journey home is filled with that. The time is less to explain that. Maharaj is trying to break the fast, but as he is breaking the fast, he has 1 rupee and he has peanuts, and the monkey comes and he takes away all the peanuts which Maharaj has, right? One monkey comes and he gives a push, takes a bag, few fell on the ground, another monkey comes, like that. And Maharaj writes a lesson that, compared to the spiritual treasures, the treasures of spiritual experience, worldly acquisitions are like those peanuts. It wasn't easy to reflect on spiritual truth when you are confronted with practical difficulty, is it not? When we have practical difficulty, it's not easy to take out such lessons. But this is what Maharaj has. We find that when we go deep into our spiritual life, then every situation gives us a lesson and indication how we can grow and go towards Krishna in that situation. Like that. So Maharaj eagerness to meet the holy people, the Dalai Lama, Mother Teresa, Swami, Rama, Shivananda, Anand Mahima, so many people. No money he has, right? So it wasn't easy for him to approach and travel, but he wanted the wisdom beyond books. So he did it. And we find how Maharaj met Srila Prabhupada in Cross Maidan. And there he took Krishna book. And even taking Krishna book was not easy for him. Because in Krishna book, what got resolved, he understood what is the mystery of a blue boy. The blue boy photo which he has been carrying, which has attracted his heart. But he didn't know what is his name. So he was thinking, time will reveal it. Like that. So in Krishna book, he saw, oh, he is the one. His name is Krishna. He got to know in Cross Maidan. So for 1 week, Maharaj was begging. After 1 week of begging, Maharaj had the money to buy Krishna book. So you find it wasn't easy for him to buy Krishna book, but it was worthy. And now we see how Maharaj is distributing Krishna to the whole world. And how Maharaj has read the sacred texts. He read Bhagavad Gita in Kurukshetra, under the same tree where Krishna has spoken. He read Bodhisattva, the teachings of Buddha in Bodh Gaya. He read is the Quran, Islamic country, everything, and just got the essence. And then finally, after so much of travel, Maharaj reached Vrindavan. And Vrindavan attracted Maharaj's heart like nothing else. And there also we find it was not easy for Maharaj, because as he reached Vrindavan, he was down with a typhoid fever. He was admitted in a government hospital where there were no facilities like that. And that government agent, so many of the difficulties like that. But Maharaj kept praying to the Lord that please reveal your divine will, whatever you wish for me, like that. And with so much of hard struggles, and there's a long story how Maharaj met Krishnadas Babaji and Asim Krishna Prabhu, Bon Maharaj, and Neem Karoli Baba, so many, Ghanshyam Das Babaji, like that. Every day Maharaj was visiting the 7 temples of Vrindavan. We go to Parikrama, once we go and visit. Every day Maharaj was visiting all the 7 temples of Srila Prabhupada, of Goswamis, like that. All the aartis he would attend every day. Can we imagine what kind of attraction he has for Vrindavan, what kind of love, sleeping on the banks of Yamuna. And finally, he met Srila Prabhupada, like that. And he was inspired by Srila Prabhupada, and he joined ISKCON. And even after joining ISKCON, it was not easy for him. because he has taken a vow to remain in Vrindavan, and now he was told, you go to New Vrindavan. So he has to leave. And when he reached New Vrindavan, we find that it was not easy for him to stay there, because he was not even allowed to speak on Vrindavan there. And then finally, he developed a big community of devotees, but then he was told to come to Mumbai. And then to grow Chowpatty, it was not easy at all. It was orphanage, the Mahesh tutorials and temple, everything in the same compound, like that. So, and when it grew, actually, by that time, it was not in ISKCON, like that. So it was easy for Maharaj to remain separate, and all the wonderful community was there. Maharaj was the leader, and so many people were there. So many wonderful devotees were picking up. But Maharaj thought, what will please Srila Prabhupada? That way. And we find this 72nd birthday of Maharaj was there, and his practically body is full of diseases and so much of struggle. It's easy for Maharaj to stay in India. Thousands of disciples are waiting for one moment of his audience, like that, and just carry on. But he's preaching in the West, like that, where you will find hardly few people are sitting, and Maharaj is there, like that. Why? Because it's not easy for him, because that's what will please Srila Prabhupada, that way. And that's what inspired Maharaj to surrender to Srila Prabhupada, is also Prabhupada's compassion. So Maharaj thought, I started my journey at the age of 19, and it was not easy. Prabhupada started his journey at the age of 70. Like that. So how difficult it was for Srila Prabhupada. And because Srila Prabhupada didn't took it easy, he took the pains to carry Srimad Bhagavatam, like that. He made spiritual life easy for so many of us, like that. So this is a very important lesson for us. When we don't take it easy, we can make it easy for others, like that. When we are ready to take pain, we can make life beautiful for somebody else, like that. And Srila Prabhupada did it all for us, and so we are relishing the fruit. And so now it's up to us, like that. And that's why Prabhupada has given this book marathon is coming. This is there, the time for distributing Srila Prabhupada books. So whatever way we can assist in this book marathon, it's a very wonderful opportunity for us. Why? Because Prabhupada has given the best of himself in his books, like that. And he's given so much of sweat and toil. He sacrificed his life for these books. So Prabhupada himself was distributing these books. So if this lesson we understand in life, that when we remain focused and don't take it easy, life becomes easy for others. And that is the joy of life. So all our acharyas have followed this footsteps, this principle. So Srila Prabhupada lived such a life, Radhanath Maharaj himself lived such a life. And this is a legacy Prabhupada has gifted to all his followers, like that. That all of us can make spiritual life easy for others. So when we distribute Srila Prabhupada books in whatever way, wherever we are, in whatever capacity we have, when we assist in distribution of Srila Prabhupada books, because they are like time bomb, at any time they can change the life of people. And we find they not only change the life of new people who are not in Krishna consciousness, but even people who were in Krishna consciousness and have left Krishna consciousness. Even their life also can be changed when they come in touch with Srila Prabhupada books. Prabhupada himself wrote the books. He wrote the books, he edited the books, he published the books, like that, and he also distributed the books. And Prabhupada said these books will remain in the law books for next 10,000 years. And these are the books based on the foundation of which Prabhupada went to the West. The biggest luggage Prabhupada had, when you are going to some long journey like that, you are very careful not to carry, anything which may take a lot of space and all. Is it not? We are very careful for that. And that that is also one of the reasons sometimes we don't carry Prabhupada books also. You may feel, oh, it's taking a lot of space. But the biggest luggage Prabhupada carried when he was in Jalduta at the age of 70, like that, was these books. Those books are the basis. This is the basis on which this whole movement is standing, like that. So Prabhupada has, we sacrifice something. A mother is sacrificing. See, night sleep, person sacrifices for what? A mother may sacrifice the night sleep for a small child. And a student may sacrifice it for exam. And the person working in company may sacrifice it for the deadline of a project. Prabhupada sacrificed for these books. For these books, Prabhupada sacrificed his night sleep. It meant a lot to Srila Prabhupada. So when the book distribution sales were high, and Prabhupada would feel that even in a sickly condition, Prabhupada would feel that, again he has got a life. Every new book got published, Prabhupada would feel that I have conquered an empire, like that. So we owe a lot to Srila Prabhupada, because Prabhupada is the only Acharya who has given the essence of spiritual life, especially in English language. Otherwise, English is the common language in the world, and the world would have no access to what is there in the religion. What is the essence of spiritual truth? How many people know Sanskrit? Hardly people know Sanskrit, like that. And it was not available before Srila Prabhupada. Even though many of the Acharya's commentaries are in Sanskrit. So Prabhupada was the Acharya who gave it in English. And Prabhupada extracted the essence of all Acharya's commentary and gifted it all to us. Prabhupada did all the hard work for all of us, like that. So how important it is, how vital it is that whatever capacity we have, we should participate wherever we are in distributing these books, Srila Prabhupada books, and facilitate Prabhupada's book distribution. These books can change the lives of the people. They can save the life of the people. Thousands and lakhs of people have been saved just by these books, like that. And so many stories we find, so many stories. People are looking for, where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? They want, because this is the nature of Jiva. Jiva is looking for, where is Krishna? Like that. So if we don't provide them where is Krishna, he gets attracted and he just remains stuck up with something else. But if you give him Krishna, then he'll accept it. And where is Krishna? Krishna is there in Srila Prabhupada books. As Prabhupada is telling, these are not my books. Like that. And Prabhupada, when Prabhupada himself would hear his books, devotees reading from his books, and one devotee asked Srila Prabhupada, why are you are listening? It's your own book. And Prabhupada said, no, it's not mine. It's Krishna dictated. Like a person is writing with a pen. The Prabhupada says, I am Krishna's pen. Like that. Krishna used me that way. And we find these books have such potency. Like that. So it's very important that we read these books, for which Prabhupada sacrificed so much of his time and energy, his sweat and blood. Prabhupada was compromised on breakfast. His prasadam quite often. He would walk for kilometers to save some money to print these books. Just imagine how many times he might have sacrificed a prasadam or did some of these things. So how much Srila Prabhupada has done to print these books. It's our responsibility to read it, to understand it scrutinizingly, and facilitate distribution of Srila Prabhupada books, like that. So this Gita Marathon is a wonderful time for all of us to what Krishna has given on the battlefield as the essence of all scriptures, Bhagavad Gita. And December is the month Bhagavad Gita was spoken. So it's a month to reciprocate with what Krishna has gifted us. It may not be easy, but little bit, whatever best we can do, Prabhupada will be very pleased. We get the blessings of all Guru Parampara. by distributing Srila Prabhupada books, like that, by reading Srila Prabhupada books, both. So thank you very much, all of you, for your attention. So I have another class after some time, so I'll take leave. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.